Good morning. It is Thursday, about 6:30 in the morning, and I'm getting ready to go to work. And I wanted to just give you quickly just my thoughts on aging, because I know it's certainly an issue that is something that we all share. You know, if you're alive and you're on this earth, we all share aging. And actually, from the time that we are born, we begin to age. Now, if you had asked me when I was in my 20s about being older, my point of reference would have been my grandmother. My grandparents raised me and my sister, and my earliest recollection of her was probably when I was around 4 years old, and she may have been 52, 53, and she looked like, you know, your typical grandmother, what you think of her being, you know, maybe her skin a little saggy, a little bit of extra weight, gray hair, just your typical sweet grandmother. Now, she was around her early 50s. I am 57 years old. And if you put us side by side, there's a huge difference in the way we look and the way we feel, probably, in our level of conditioning physically, our energy. But we have both, she lived her life one way, I have lived mine totally different. It's the path that you take, it's the decisions that you make when you're growing up, it's the level of exercise, how well you take care of yourself, your health, your diet, all those things. Because you can certainly accelerate aging, or you can slow it down. Now, to me, to a lot of people, I think they think of aging as loss. They're losing something. Maybe they're grieving the loss of youth. They're grieving not being able to do the things that they used to be able to do. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I can do the same exact things today that I did when I was in my 20s and 30s. Not much has changed, except that maybe I cannot have any kids, but I don't want any more children. I've had 4 wonderful kids, so I'm done. I've done my part to populate this earth, and hopefully my kids will just do amazing things and leave their fingerprint. But what I want to say is that aging is part of life. We know that. And we are getting older, but we don't have to get old. And this is a wonderful time in our lives to do certain things that we've always been wanting to do. And it's not lost. To me, it is a trade-off. You know, maybe we have more time now to do certain things besides work full-time. Maybe we can invest more of our finances, if you have them, in certain things. This is a time when, if you want to get certified, if you want to take a class, I know people that in their 50s and 60s are getting certified to teach, for example, yoga and things like that. They always wanted to do that, but they never had the time. So this is a perfect time to do certain things. And speaking about aging, it can be slowed down, and certain things can be reversed. But it takes work, and it takes discipline, and you really have to be intentional about it. One of the biggest things that you have to do when it comes to aging, if you want to remain youthful, energetic, with a lot of vitality, is that you have to move. It comes down to exercise. And if you're not conditioned and you're not used to exercising, start moving, start walking. That's the best place to start. Just start walking. So I want to talk more about that in other videos. I can say a lot about aging, but there's just no way that I can fit it all in one video. You really have to be intentional, and there's also motivation. What is your motivation for staying young? My motivation is my kids. I had my youngest when I was 40 years old. When he graduates from high school, I will be 59. And he's starting his life. So I want to be around when my children, which I have 4, have kids of their own, if they choose to, and they're married, if if they choose to get married. I want to be around for a long time so that I can enjoy them, enjoy their children, their children's children, and I want to have that quality of life that will allow me to do all the things that I want to do. So I'm going to do all that I can. You know, I may be maturing and getting a little bit older, but I'm not, you know, I will go down swinging. I will do all that I can. And like I said, it takes discipline and it takes work. And oh my gosh, you know, we have the internet. You know, you can search on diet, on supplementation, on ways to remain young. There's so much that we can do for ourselves. And very little that will take a whole lot of money to do it. And my kids are probably my motivation for doing most of what I do. And my kids are the reason why I started this channel. One of the reasons. One of the reasons is because I just absolutely love the community of mature women that are on YouTube and how they share and they just put themselves out there to unpack 40-something, 50-something, 60-something years of living and wisdom, trial and error. So that's one of the reasons why I started the channel, because I also want to be able to share out of my own life. And because one day when I'm not here anymore and I have progressed to the next chapter in my existence, I would like for my children to see me, hear me, and hopefully from time to time I can share some wisdom that sometime in the future they will be able to grab onto. So it is Thursday. I hope you have an amazing day. It's going to be a very busy day for me. And then later on this evening I have class. I teach a fitness class. So it turns out to be a long day, but it is a good day. So I'm going to enjoy today, Thursday, because I was not promised Friday. So have an awesome day. I love my children. Besos and kisses to you and hugs. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.